Good evening, Overwatch fans. I'm your host, Sean Gingerman Price, and today we're going to be watching some Overwatch gameplay from the University of Mary Washington. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, Sean, why don't you have another caster? Well, we're getting on that shortly. We have a person coming in, he's going to come in and join me, but at the moment, it's just going to be me. So, what do we have in store tonight? First thing we have in store tonight is going to be the University of Mary Washington's Navy Overwatch team versus Mount St. Mary's. Now, I remember that we have faced these teammates last season, and I'm not sure what the outcome was. However, I'm sure it's going to be a lot better this time with us winning. As we're kind of waiting for the game to start, I kind of want to talk about our sponsors of the game. Who's really sponsoring the University of Mary Washington. So first thing on the left, we have Sporting Next Level, elevating our gamers to the next level. We greatly appreciate all of the work that they do, and we love that they're supporting us. Up next, we're going to skip over Fred Nat and go to the Colonial Internal Medicine Associates. If you're ever feeling sick, you got a little bit of a cough, go on over to Colonial Internal Medicine Associates, and they'll be able to help you there. Now, we have the big boy announcements. We have the Fredericksburg Nationals, a local minor league baseball team in our area, and they're going to be partnering with the University of Mary Washington doing a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate High School Showcase. That'll be happening on March 2nd. Be there, show up, show the University of Mary Washington and everyone else your Smash game, and it's just going to be a fun time. Now, let's talk about our teammates. You know, we're going to have a new roster with the Navy team. We had a couple of like switches around. So first things first, we want to talk about, our tank. Pinsky Lipinski. He's a returning player on the University of Mary Washington team. He's our head captain. He's our IGL. And he's going to be leading us in the games, making call-outs and doing all that fun stuff. Next up, we have a new member on the DPS team. We have Zacharias. He's my roommate. Love the guy. He's been grinding all throughout winter break to be able to make it on this team, and he's here with us now. I can't wait to see some of his Genji gameplay. After that, we have Sneaky Squid. He is our Overwatch team captain. He's the one that schedules all of these events. He's going to be our DPS player alongside with Zacharias. And I can't wait to see. He's been grinding a lot of Mei and Tracer, I believe. So I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing some of that tonight. Moving on to our supports, we have Docking Bay. He is going to be our main BAP. He's a returning player, and I'm excited to see what he can do. Finally, we have a sub. He's Mr. Gadzook. He's subbing in from the blue team. Unfortunately, one of our players couldn't make it tonight due to family circumstances, so Eli will be subbing in for us and, showing us his main role, main character, Zenyatta. Now, I would like to introduce our other fellow caster with us tonight. He just made it to the time. It was kind of like a quick thing. And Alex, you want to come on in? You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm here. I made it a little late, but I'm here. I was on the old roster, actually, so I kind of have some experience with some of the players on our team here. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. This is my first time casting.
First time casting? You got any casting jitters,
No, well, the only jitters I'm feeling right now are like the out of breath that I came running here, but otherwise we're feeling good.
Feeling good. Yeah. All right. So what are you expecting to see tonight? What do you want to see the University of Mary Washington?
I've heard some things about the opposite team, and they do sound pretty good. But I know that a good amount of players on our team have been playing together for a while, so they do have that synergy that maybe the other team lacks. Maybe being a new team or whatnot. I don't know. But basically, we've got Pinsky, we've got Docking Bay, we've got Sneaky Squid, and then I'm sure I'm missing. Who am I forgetting?
You got Pinsky, you got Zacharias.
Yeah. Oh, Zacharias. Okay, so Zacharias and Gazooks are the two new players, but we've Pinsky, Docking Bay, and Sneaky Squid did play on the old team, so they have some experience. So I think they're going to be able to help Gazooks and Zacharias, learn the feeling of playing in a game like this.
Like a competitive environment.
Yes,
right,
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I have big hopes for our team.
I do too.
They've been grinding in the off season. They have been doing a whole lot of work grinding that ranked card.
Exactly.
I think we have a bunch of masters on the team now compared to last season where we had some low diamonds.
Right.
So we've definitely been seeing some improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk Overwatch.
Okay.
Right, so actually, I want to interview you because you were on the team last year, or I guess last semester. How was that?
Well, in terms of overall gameplay health, I feel like Overwatch 2 has been a very stagnant game since its release. It hasn't changed very much. But since I have been on the team, we have gotten Mauga. We've gotten the new tank Mauga, who kind of took over the meta for a while there before he got nerfed. He's nerfed now, so he's not going to be. He's not
the Mauga menace that he once was.
No, he is not the Mauga menace he once was. But we've seen some meta shifts towards those support characters. Again, supports kind of make the team comp for whatever team you're playing, and I think there's no difference now. Supports are very, very strong, so I think we're gonna see some very cool stuff coming out from Docking Bay and Gadzooks, who are on support, right?
I have to agree. I feel like definitely when Mauga was meta, if you weren't running an Ana and a Kiriko,
right,
then you're probably doing it wrong because both teams are just Ana and Kiriko. Ana with the anti-grenade to stop the Mauga from healing, and then the Kiriko was to cleanse that anti-heal. Right. That the Ana was throwing, and so if you weren't running those two, it's just like, what are you doing? Do you even want to play ranked Overwatch?
Right. Exactly. No, I mean, no. that's why I stopped playing, because exactly that reason. That meta seemed way too no fun in there. No fun to be had. But luckily, Mauga has been nerfed, so they probably won't be played in these games. I'm assuming that we won't see any Maugas. I'm gonna take a gander. I don't think we'll be seeing any Maugas, either from us or from the other team. I know from us we don't play Mauga, but I don't think the other team will be playing Mauga. I don't think he's meta like that anymore. So for the total, I don't really know the meta right now besides like support, DPS and tank. Do you know?
Well, so right now, what I believe, now I'm not like the most versed as they are in Overwatch.
Right.
My view of Overwatch is from quick play,
Right.
or very little bit of rank. And so like the most powerful tanks that I've seen are like Junker Queen is a very good brawl tank. You know, you just go in there, you know, you're swinging your battle axe, you're blasting them away with that shotgun and your dagger, and you're really just being like, I see that person. That person's not going to be in there like in 5 seconds. You know, they're just gone.
Right.
So I think we might be seeing a lot of JQ coming out of Pinsky. I know that Wrecking Ball, while not meta, is still very powerful on a few maps. And so the maps that we will be choosing, I do believe we're going to see some ball.
Right.
Orisa has been in a very interesting state. I believe that she's like the jack of all trades, master of none tank. She has a good like damage at range. She has good survivability, good CC. And with the recent buffs to making her gun a sniper rifle with no damage drop off, I think we are also going to be seeing some Orisa.
Definitely. So not much change on the tank department from when I last played. You got Junker Q still on that brawl. You still got ball for that poke slash brawl comp, I believe, something like
Dive.
that. More dive. Right,
dive.
dive. Forgot the name dive. But yeah. We're definitely gonna see some ball action. I'm really excited for that. I know that Pinsky played some ball when I was on the team with him, and he was very good then. So I'm really excited to see how he's improved because we've got so much improvements coming from this team. I mean, you mentioned like a lot of people are masters now, whereas they weren't before.
No.
That's a very cool development that I'll be seeing. I wonder how the skill will translate into these games though. Will that master
like
still
on the up and up?
Exactly. Will that master skill translate into actual competitive, like the competitive environment here? Because rank could be a mixed bag. You could be playing out of your mind. But your support might actually, be a potato actually playing instead of a player. So you don't know what you're going to get when you play ranked. But with competitive in these games, you know exactly who you're playing with. You know who the team is. And I think with this team, we're going to see some very cool stuff. These guys have been playing a lot. I've been seeing them in the arena a lot. So I'm very excited.
I've also been seeing them. Overwatch is a very team-heavy game.
Right.
You need all 5 of the players to be playing their game and playing at like peak performance so that they can, win the game.
Exactly.
The team is only as strong as its weakest member, as its
Right.
weakest link. So if you're one player, like your one DPS, is only putting out like 2,000k damage compared to your other DPS that has like 9,000, you might see a little bit of a problem there.
Right. Well, as we wait for the games to start,
I see we have a new follower and a new subscriber with the Prime
for
sub.
the Prime
Mr.
sub.
Gooch, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gooch, for the Prime sub. We really appreciate those Prime subs.
Let's go, Primers. Let's go, Gadzooks, the Arcane Warlock.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see Mr. Gadzooks perform.
I am too. I haven't seen him play it. These are what? Zacharias and Gazook's first competitive game, right? This is their first game, right? So it's very interesting to see how they'll play. They might have some new first game jitters, just like I have some first time caster jitters right now. But
You're doing great right now. You're doing great. It
Thank
looks
you.
like our man behind production is looking at the enemy team's ranks right now.
We got a
Looks
GM,
GM
Grandmaster, top ranked player.
That is
for
a
tank.
Doomfist player right
my.
there. So I wonder if we're going to be seeing some Doomfist coming out.
I wonder how
of
we'll
Mount St.
counter
Mary's.
that. Right. I wonder what DPS players will use to counter that. We got a private profile. Can't we see it? These look like familiar players. I think
we faced Mount St. Mary before.
Okay, so I think we have played them. We got a Masters DPS. Okay.
Play a lot of Roadhog Reinhardt Sigma.
Right.
It looks like. So it looks like they're tank players on DPS.
Very interesting. I wonder if their GM tank will go that Doom, and I wonder how we'll counter that because what do we usually run for DPS? We usually run like Sojourn. We run Trace. Well, at least for instance for Brawl, we run Sojourn, Reaper. We don't really run like a cast or someone to stop the Doom from like doing pretty much anything he wants. We might be able to do a lot of damage to him, but we can't really stop him.
Right, because he jumps. Well, I guess he punches in.
Yeah.
And then uses little fist knuckle thing, and then jumps out with his leap. And so it's very hard to pin down and take down. So it looks like is Li Zhong Tower going to be the first match?
Yeah, so we're probably gonna see that Brawl comp come out. That's remember what I played. We saw that Reaper, we saw that Junker Queen, maybe Orisa. Sojo, definitely. And then for supports, pretty much any pick is fine. Bapkiri, definitely though.
Gadzooks is very familiar with the Zen. I'm not sure if we're gonna be seeing that Zen tonight. It might be more Lucio off support.
Right.
But I'm
that
wondering,
speed is very helpful.
When we go onto the Shrine map, I believe, if we're going to be seeing a little bit of ball action. I remember last semester, I was always so excited to see that ball come into play.
And just as much as I was excited to play it, it might have been a little tedious and a little annoying, but it was really fun when it worked. And I'm really excited to see if they'll go with that. I think they will. For that shrine part, I think they will play the ball comp there.
Zacharias My Pookie.
Interesting chat. First time chatter, Mr. Gooch says Zacharias My Pookie and the Prime sub. And we got Retro Z with the UMWWW times. I don't even know how many that is.
That looks about like 20, but it doesn't even matter anymore because it looks like we are about to go into game. Now,
All right.
Now, what do we go see here, right? So it looks like we have, I guess, like the reactor map. I'm not sure which one this one is exactly
This is
called.
Control Point, I believe. Legion Control Point. You've got Shrine, you've got Night Market or something market, and then you've got Control Point, which is where we are right now. This is Control Point.
And now we're actually playing the Control Point game mode. So this game mode...
It's very interesting like that, isn't it?
So it's going to be, oh, it looks like we have a Maywall coming out from the enemy team, but you know...
Right.
Oh, right. The game didn't start. I was like waiting for that cancel. Like, I'm being a little bit silly right now. So it looks like we're seeing some Ram.
Ram?
That is a very interesting. He's a very like tempo tank though. He gets in there. He goes into his Nemesis form where he has those very powerful fists. Right. And it goes wham, 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 wham.
It's a very interesting pick. All right.
So it looks like we have a poke. Not poke. Two brawl comps coming into play.
Right. With
a little bit of poke.
And it looks like their tank will be playing Junker Queen. Not the Doom that we suspected, but very fitting for this map. I'm very interested to see how we play the Ram here, though.
So like a wall comes off from both sides, trying to isolate those tanks out. We have Sneaky Squid coming in, trying to slow down that Junker Queen to make sure she can get eliminated. The Sojourn is on point on the enemy team. But right now,
the Zooks is kind of split. The support's kind of getting tranked, but it's okay because Sneaky Squid comes in there and slows everyone down. But they do get a pick onto Zacharias before they get any footing there.
Maywall,
they're down one right now.
We have the May Ice Block go down to block the axe, but unfortunately, everyone there was able to just get Mount St. Mary was able to eliminate University of Mary Washington and take control of that point. Now, exactly, we didn't get to talk about how the game mode works. Is you have to capture a point, and it has to get to 100%. Now, and you're fighting for control of that point. The first person to take 2 points or 2 maps wins this round.
Right.
This is a best 3 of 5. So it looks like we're going over to Pinsky, going to that Nemesis form, trying to wham down, pressure those supports,
making plenty of space.
Front line, allowing his team to push up and get closer to the point. A barrier goes down, trying to poke away at that tank. That May is just all by herself.
She is trying to get that wall. That is exactly what she's trying to do. She already has the Blizzard. That is deadly for us.
But it looks like the
Bap more saves. Pinsky but not really.
Not enough. They're able to eliminate. I saw a beat drop go down from Gadzooks, and unfortunately, Mount St. Mary was able to wipe our team again. But that's okay. They're only at 40% at the moment.
Right. It looks like Mount St. Mary has 4 ults coming up, whereas we have 2, and then the third one coming up. Yeah, we have 3 ults. We have a third ult coming up from our May. It was kind of crazy. And then Pinsky gets walled off. Will he be able to get out?
Because he has the Immor field. We have a Junker Queen going down and applying anti-heal to all of our teammates, and unfortunately, again, their JQ was just able to sweep away. We have Zacharias opting to self-eliminate himself so that he can respawn.
Tactical self-eliminate. Tactical self-eliminate. That is actually very smart because he didn't get the kill credit, so he doesn't get that ult charge. The Mount St. Mary does not get that ult charge. Very tactical on that one.
Looks like we're playing up on this door again. We have a Bap ult possibly going down. Might be going through this door, able to amplify all the damage that goes through it. Looks like we are pushing up, going for that AoE heal. We have a May wall going down, but a May Blizzard. Immor field.
They just can't kill that Junker Queen. They get the pick though. That is a huge pick on their tank.
That's very big. We have another pick on the May.
We are up.
But it looks like their Sojo was able to eliminate both of our supports. We have a Ram, May, and a Zacharias, a Sojourn coming up with a Bap ult going down from Mount St. Mary, able to absolutely shred Pinsky.
It was very unfortunate that they picked both of our supports there, but we did get a pick with the Sojourn, but we don't get the point and we lose that first round.
But that's all right because it's just this is the best 2 of 3 bout. So as long as we win the next 2 points, we will win this round.
Right. There's still plenty of time to win this game and win the night. So I think that Mary Washington should take a breather. They should go over what they just did. They're going to play that ball comp, just like we thought. This is going to be very interesting how they play.
I'm so excited. I love seeing Ball.
Me too.
He's just such a goofy. Look how cute that Ball is. Right? Look, he's like eating his Cheetos or something.
He's so adorable. Ball is one of my favorite tanks. While not fun to play, he's a very cute tank in Overwatch. But I wonder how they are actually, the enemy team is going to be playing Doom. So that Doom main is coming out. So we're gonna see 2 dive comps coming in here. This will be very interesting.
I see also 2 almost new teams. We have Docking Bay swapping to Ana instead of the BAP. We have a Pharah on this map. I'm assuming to try to get that knockoff with her concussion blast.
Doom is split.
We have a Tracer, you know, for that dive potential, getting into that back line. And it looks like we're playing for the bridge right now. We're playing on point. We have control of the point at the moment. However, it doesn't open until 5 seconds. Once in 5 seconds, we are allowed to start capping. The Doomfist looks like they're trying to jump in.
Good boot by Gazagoose there to stop the Doom from punching. That was very cool.
And we have Zacharias able to help them down and apply pressure with those very high-powered rockets. The Doomfist is anti.
Doom is 1.
Doom is 1. He's blocking all that shield and unfortunately was not able to get eliminated. However, we took control of the point. Now, even if we were fighting for this point,
we are
still
even.
Capping it.
Both tanks are down. It is an even fight right now.
We have a Mei ice block going down from the enemy team. We have Docking Bay keeping his team alive with its anti-grenade and the sniper rifle able to heal up people. Zacharias getting 2 eliminations on their support and DPS, and Pinsky's coming through and cleaning house. We're able to win this first point, and now we're able to regroup and get back into the fray and wait for them to show up again. Now, their tank is completely by themselves. However, since we were not able to get an elimination on them, they're able to run away. Now, the Doomfist was able to get our Lucio, but that's alright. Lucio is one of the fastest, if not the fastest character in the
sleep.
game.
Are they gonna be able to kill him off that?
He is antied. He's antied.
He is low, and they get the pick. That is great. So even though they lost Lucio, they can still reset, and the other team will not push off that. This is a very good play.
It looks like we have a support swap. We have a Mercy now instead of a Lucio. I do believe for the pharmacy. Mercy is an interesting character as she can apply heal and also damage boost. Now, a very common strat that we see is Mercy, where a Mercy hooks herself up to the Pharah and apply a damage boost so that those Pharah rockets can do insane amount of damage, as we see now. We have an ultimate coming up from Zacharias, just waiting for that prime, what's that ult again?
It's Rocket Barrage, I believe, something like that. It looks like prime spot to do it here. We are actually up one of their DPS. Will Zacharias use the ult here? We are even right now. This is a perfect opportunity for him. The big anti
going on. 2 of the players. Kyria unfortunately cleanses herself, and we have Sneaky Squid able to get a pick onto onto the Echo. However, it looks like they were able to clean up our rest of the team, and we're just gonna play back and let them cap the point. However, we were able to get 90% off of that. So all we have to do is cap that point, and we are able to win. Now we're coming up on, it looks like 2 ultimates, or I guess we have 1 ultimate, and coming up on a Hammond ultimate, which is a very good aerial denial. So they get on that point, drop that ultimate, and they are not able to touch it.
Especially against Doom, who has to be in your face in order to do a lot of damage, and in order to be in your face, he has to walk through those mines if he uses that ult.
So they were opting to flank around to the side, you know, go on that bridge route. We have Gadjuk, you know, supporting that Pharah. We have Wrecking Ball on point at the moment. He's looking kind of unhealthy, and unfortunately, he was able to get eliminated by the Echo. That tractor beam being able to do triple damage at lower health.
But we did get their Kiri.
The Doomfist is on our tank. I do believe I hear some screaming from Gadjuk as that Doomfist was diving him, and I would be doing the same.
Very scary.
Now let's go Pinsky from Dodd. You know, I do believe Pinsky is the GOAT. Brassy, they like that Zonk Stomp map, that Zook Stomp map. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shadow is my favorite Fortnite player.
I don't know who this guy. I don't know who he's talking about. I play Apex. I'm on the Apex team. But I do frequent some Fortnites often. But we are gonna get right back into it here. We've got Pinsky on the point with the ult. Will he be able to use it? He's trying to get that boop, that cheeky boop. He really wants to get it. Not able to though. He's very low here.
But we have that support, you know, coming through, trying to keep him alive. That was a very interesting.
There should be an easy kill on that soldier.
The soldier, but
they do pick our
Tracer.
Tracer.
They were able to swap DPSs. We have a DPS for a DPS. Pinsky's on point right now. Looks like we had a Mercy ult, I think, drop down from our team.
Docking Bay is fighting the Echo. I do believe he will be able to win that, but it looks like Pinsky is coming up. He uses the copy.
Echo had to popping ult to stay alive. Doomface popping his ult to also for him to stay alive. It looks like it's probably going to focus on the bridge to try to get Sneaky Squid.
Big sleep!
Insane sleep.
This could be a great punish. We got the anti though. That's a good punish.
It looks like the Nano is going to go onto Tracer, you know, the last-ditch effort, because it is a 99-99. That Tracer on the enemy team is just chipping away at Zacharias. We have Sneaky Squid coming in, unfortunately not able to get an elimination. Pinsky going on the Doomfist, trying to touch point, but unfortunately was not able to. So the round 1 will go to Mount St. Mary University.
And that was a really unfortunate end there because that Lucio was really low on points. Zacchaeus was trying to kill him, but he just couldn't. That Lucio was wall riding like a champ. Very good plays by the Lucio, but that is the first round going to Mount St. Mary.
Now, okay, what are your comments on that? What do you think we did really well? What do you think, we kind of like could do a little bit better on?
I think for the first part, when we held it for the 90%, I think we did really well coordinating that dive. We were really good on the ball. We got their Doom split from the rest of their team, and we took the Doom out. And the moment the Doom goes out, that there's no way that team can push off because they don't have their tank. The tank is like the initiator on the team. So without the tank, you can't go anywhere. So their Doom was pretty much split or dead most of the first time, which is why they were able to get that 90. But unfortunately, when the Doom started realizing that they were trying to split him off, he started playing with his team, and then we were getting split because of the Doom. The Doom was splitting our team apart, and that's how they were able to take that round.
Got it. Well, I mean, I think you summed up perfectly what I was trying to say. I feel like some of the plays that we were able to have, I think that Pharaoh was very smart by Zacchaeus.
Very smart, yes.
Able to, apply a pressure, justice from the sky with that very powerful rocket launcher, getting a couple additional picks on that first point. And it was just a very well played from both sides. Right. Now it looks like round 2 is going to be King's Row. This is going to be a hybrid map.
Right.
How hybrid map works is you have to initially capture a point, which is going to turn to a payload. After that, we're going to have someone on that payload and push it to a certain destination. Throughout that route, there's going to be certain checkpoints where respawns move up, so that we're not, walking all the way from the back of Kingdom Come to, all the way to Narnia.
Right. It is a very long walk, though. Even with those spawn points being moved up, it is a very long walk from experience. I'm sure you've played on King's Row before. But this is a very interesting map for UMW. In the past, we have run this map, and it's been a mixed bag of sorts. Sometimes we've been able to hold it very well, and other times we have not been able to. I think with this comp we are running, we got the Ram again, we got the Sojourn. I think we'll be able to hold this very nicely here. That's my prediction.
I think the initial thought is going to be the tank, which is going to be the Doomfist again.
Right.
Is going to jump through, and then they're going to try to wall off that section so that the support can't reach him. Now, Doomfist can just opt to jump over, but if he uses his jump to initiate, then we see Sneaky Squid. Look at him,
he's doing a little sneaky strat. The Sneaky Squid with the sneaky strats.
He's trying to block them off.
Exactly.
It looks like a Widowmaker on the enemy team.
Very deadly.
Oh, there it is,
Great
right there.
wall.
Able to block away, having the barrier, blocking away that healing, and then that Doomfist is getting absolutely shredded from the Sojo and the Ramatra.
But
However,
their Widow is doing massive damage to Pinsky from that height over there, from the spawn doors.
It's a very common Widow plays. Is Zacchaeus able to get picked off by that Doomfist? That Doomfist was jumping in I'm honing you down, and it's going to absolutely destroy him.
That Echo gets Docking Bay.
Yeah, it looks like we have the Lucio trying to amp that healing, but unfortunately it was just all antied and not able to apply any healing, and Pinsky does go down. Zacchaeus is running back, realizing that the point is lost. It's better to stay alive than, not die to the Doomfist.
Right, feed the Doomfist. And of course, Mount St. Mary played that dive incredibly well. They used the Widow to chip off major amounts of damage, which allowed the Doom and the Echo to go in and get those quick picks. It was pretty insane how they did that, but we were able to reset. I believe the Ram, when used correctly, will be able to counter that Doomfist pretty well. We'll just see if Pinsky can nail it here.
No, I think my thought with the Doomfist and the Ramatra matchup is the kind of the vortex pull, is it going to drive Doomfist down to the ground and disabling his movement?
Right, it slows him significantly and it keeps him on the ground, which is very important for Doom. Doom is very good when he's in the sky, where you can't hit him. But if he's on the ground, he's an easy target. And you see he's jumping in here, but he is half, but he does have the ult, so he's able to get out of there.
Survive and is able to go down onto the immortality field. Looks like Pinsky is anti right now, but they're able to stay alive due to Nemesis form. Unfortunately, it runs away a little too late, and that damage reduction from the right click goes away.
That's crazy.
And Mount St. Mary was able to swipe and wipe the University
Doom
of Mary
was very low, though. They left him very low. And again, it is just about that dive comp they're playing. They're playing it really well. The Echo and the Doom are coordinating assaults on our team, and they're catching us off guard, and they're splitting us. And Pinsky is going down pretty quickly, so he is not able to get us out of trouble or get us into the fight as easily without him. So their Doom is doing very good work here. But we are making a good amount of space here with the Ram. We get the wall off there. He's split from his supports, but he does jump back in.
Looks like I fight for the payload, make sure they're trying to get that first point. We have Sneaky Squid trying to chip away at the Ana that's healing the team, and we're able to push them off the cart. Very well done. We have good positioning made by Docking Bay,
This is a great
opting to
position
go into the
for
higher
Docking.
ground.
Right.
And able to go
We were to get the pick onto Doom. That was
very nice
was
pick.
very
That
nice.
slows them down by like a whole 30 seconds to a minute.
right. Great. I forget the name of the Ramatra pull down, but great E, I will say, on that Ramatra, the E ability, or when you press E, he puts a little radius down and he sucks everyone down and he slows them. Very good use of it there.
We got Cheddar Queso coming in with a "you can do it" and a little cute Pikachu emoji.
We got the
Thank
ult
you,
coming up
Cheddar
from Doom.
Queso. We have a Doom ultimate going down, trying to get a pick on someone, but unfortunately they were not able to get a pick on anyone.
Their Sojourn picks are
We have a Mail going down on our side, freezing them, but that Sojo ultimate coming through and, being able to chip away and poke out our team. It
That's
looks
crazy.
like-
They did ult dump us there. They used 5 ultimates for that fight, but I think just the 5 ults, and compared to our, I believe, 2, were not enough to hold that. So we do lose that second point there. But that's okay.
Okay, we have 4 minutes left to hold this position. Now we're moving on to the reactor part of the map. Now,
Right.
this is my favorite part of the map. I personally love duking it out here. I love
Me
this
too.
little area right in between with the high ground and
Right.
all the openness.
It's a very good map.
Now it looks like Docking Bay is going to be opting to stay up on the top, applying the support with those bionic healing grenades, I do believe.
Got Zacharias on the top with that Sojourn. That is a good place to play Sojourn. Just comes down to whether he will be able to diff the Merry Mouse
enemy
Sojourn.
soldier. Now that fully charged railgun at the moment, just trying to make sure keep that gun all charged up. And we have a Nemesis ultimate coming out from Pinsky, able to get a pick onto the May. Another
That
pick
was
onto the
3K.
Lucio. Another pick onto Baptiste.
That's
able
crazy.
to get a 3K.
There we
and
go.
The other two were decided we're gonna respawn on our team,
Right.
and we just respawn on them and then try again. That was a very well placed ult made by Pinsky, and I
Right,
think that was only
incredible.
one ultimate used from our team.
Right, only one ult to win that fight. That was very nice. It was very well played. That's what Mary Washington can do when they are in the right position to do so. They can use one ult to win a fight like that. Keep that up, and we will be able to hold this point for the rest of these 3 minutes.
Look, we got that speed boost going on from the Lucio. Now, I do believe with Lucio, his swapping in between the healing and the speed is quite important.
Right. We
He-
do get picked, but we are up.
Zacharias getting 2K, 3K on the Mount St. Mary,
That was an incredible wall. Oh, but
and a 4K on Mount St. Mary.
That was
Absolutely
insane.
Dipping them.
that
with
was a crazy windowed Sojourn ult. That was absolutely insane. And the Ramatra used their ult in the last
Yeah,
second.
look at that, Zach. Look at him in the little corner.
He knows what he knows what he just did. He's so humble. Look, he's not even acknowledging it.
Now,
He's so good at Sojourn.
That is definitely an F8 moment. If they did not clip that,
Right.
I'll be very, very
they need to be
unfortunate.
clipping that for the montage that will be made eventually. So I've
Hopefully,
heard.
yeah, we need clips.
We do need
These
clips.
guys need a clip. If you're watching this stream, please clip. Now we have Gazook going back, applying the support, swapping over to speed boost. Make sure that they can't hit. The
That
rest of
Ramatra
the
is running it down to
UMW.
try and kill that Lucio desperately.
We have 2 May ults going down from both sides, keep freezing both people, and looks like their tank was able to get a pick onto Zacharias. Our May walling off the enemy team May, and then their May walling off our May. There's always a wall battle.
This
and
was a wall battle. This is like playing Fortnite right now, and it looks like we lose the
Cranking
Fortnite
90s.
build off on that one. Too many May walls, too little time.
looks like Zacharias is able to touch the point just barely, but gets picked off by the enemy team's Sojourn. And that is the end of round 1. Very good hold
Very
made
good
by
hold.
UMW.
That last point is very, very. I wouldn't say easy to hold. I say if you know how to hold it correctly, you can hold it very well. And I think Mary Washington did hold that final point very well there.
They did. Now with that initial push, be able to capture that point immediately. They had so much time to play with.
Right.
But now, since they were able to hold for so long, we only have a minute 45 for that next round if we are able to cap the next 3 points, which we should be able to do.
Right.
Knock on wood.
Our ult economy was very good in that last part, though. I will say when we had the window Sojourn ult that was very good that won us that team fight. We had the single ram ult when they were low that was very good. It's just about that ult economy, when you've got 5 ults up, it's not that you ult dump them and you use 5, because you think that's what's going to win the fight. It's you use a couple and you see what that gets you, and if you get the kills, then you know that you're winning that fight, so you push in off that. You don't want to ult dump, and I think it was very good on Mary Washington to not do that in those last few fights right there, which is why they were able to hold it for so long.
Looks like we're again running the Ramatra. We're running the same comp as last time, and they're opting to switch to a Genji Lucio. Did they have a Lucio in the last round?
I don't believe they
I
did.
think they had a.
They had.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. I think they definitely had a BAP. I believe they had a BAP because they did use that more a couple
they did
times.
the Windows. Yeah,
And they might. Yeah, they did have a Lucio. I remember
they
them
had
beating.
Ana because they had the Nano Boost.
Okay, I remember them beating in a Blizzard on the second point, but I might be seeing they might have been Luciana. But anyway, we're gonna get right into this. They are on attack now. Mary Washington is on the offensive.
On the offense, hopefully hoping to do the same thing they did last time. Now Doom on defense. I am not a big proponent on Doom on defense because he's more just kind of like get in there and push them away. But
right, and that Mayslow is doing wonder, and that amazing wall. Oh my goodness, sneaky squid. That was crazy.
Their tank and forcing them to get back because they are already a player down.
There we go. Look at that.
Onto Lucio, and they're able to absolutely clean them up and able to start capping that point. We have Retros coming in with a Get Dirty, Go Wash.
That was incredible. That is a very deserving Get Dirty, Go Wash moment with that wall. It was like a frame one wall. Will they be able to cap it here? Doom is trying desperately to get it, but he runs it down and dies for it. And we are able to get a pick on the Sojourn. We do get a pick on the Sojourn. That was perfect by Mary Washington. That was immaculate.
Amazing play.
That was textbook by Mary Washington, if you will. Textbook, get it? Because we're a university.
Yeah, they're studying. Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
There we go. But we were able to get that first point very quickly, faster than Marymount did. That was very impressive for us.
Now it looks like we're opting to have one support, stay back on the cart, making sure that the cart's being moved up while we are pushing up, giving us space to continue getting that point pushed forward. Now, I'm very glad that they pushed up because getting through that initial choke point is very hard, but now that they did, it's going to be a much easier time for them.
Right.
Looks like the Doomfist jumping in.
Their Doom is getting caught very easily. Will he be able to get us? I don't think he will.
I don't think he can. If not, he's going to have to go very far away from his team. The Genji opting to push in, and Pinsky getting slept with it.
Good window by Docking Bay.
An amazing Immorfield, protecting the team.
Oh, but their Doom does get a pick on us, though.
It looks like, Sneaky Skid was trying to 1v1 the Doomfist, but unfortunately was not able to do that. We have a Doom ult going down on point and punching Zacharias, and it looks like Mary Washington is most likely going to get cleaned up, and we're going to have to reset. Gadzook not able to run away, but that's alright because she should be able to spawn with the rest of his team. Now, that initial push was absolutely amazing.
That was.
If they're able to keep up that tempo, it looks like we're going to be going into this with two ultimates. We have Ramantra's ult already, Pinsky, and we also have Zacharias' ult, the overclock? Overcharge?
Yeah, the overclock, yes, the overclock. And I was going to say that in that last fight, they had the Doom very low and in the back line, pretty much exposed, and I believe they should have pushed off to kill him there, because when that Doom is split from his team, we got a pick there, and we're using the Rambo. We're going in on, I'll finish my sentiment after, but we do get a pick. Oh, but we do lose Pinsky. He gets beamed by the Nano Doom and their backline.
Sojourn ult was able to, wipe up our team.
Oh, living with a sliver of health, that Doom.
Oh, unfortunate, but that's all right because it looks like we are going to have three ultimates coming up with Zacharias having his overclock, and then we have a, break it down. Or what was that? What's Lucio's ult? I'm doing so bad with
Drop the beat, I believe.
Drop the beat.
Drop the beat.
That's
yeah.
a very fun.
But like
name.
I was saying, that Doom, when that Doom is split and low on his team, it's pretty much the Doom that is the outlier here for that enemy team. Once the Doom is out of the picture, we see Mary Washington pretty much cleaning house. When that Doom is gone, it's pretty much an easy ride for them. So as long as they focus that Doom like they're doing, like right here, he split from his team, they can pretty much take that push right there.
Looks like the Doomfist is ulting again. That's a very quick ultimate.
Gets a pick on Docking Bay.
Get a pick on Docking Bay, and then Doomfist getting a pick onto Zacharias. That Doomfist is really, pressuring our backline, getting in there and harassing them.
Right. But it's just that Doom that's the outlier. Once they take care of that Doom, it's pretty much smooth sailing, so they just need to keep doing what they were doing before. And as long as they do that, they can win this. I believe that Mary Washington can do it. I believe they can deal with that Doom, which is the main driving source for their offensive on the opposite team. We got a resubscription in the chat.
From Mr. Barbecue 7 himself.
7.
Thank you so much for subscribing to the University of Mary Washington.
6 months. 6 months sub. Thank you for the 6 month.
Look like we're opting to play on the right side. I think we're trying to go for the high ground, get into this
bar.
That
sneaky flank
we're
play here.
going very behind them.
We have 4 ults for this. This could be very good for Mary Washington, but
getting
hopefully they
that
won't dump that.
high ground. Applying pressure. We have a damage amp coming from Docking Bay, but unfortunately they're all able to dip away and hide. But that's all right
okay. We got them split. The window was a good scare tactic. Now they're all off the cart and they have to walk into us now.
We have a pick on the Doomfist.
That was incredible.
Without their Doomfist, they won't be able to do.
And we got 2 picks. We are up.
Zakaria is getting a pick onto the other enemy Sojourn. Very well done by him. Is that Genji able to survive? But you know, it's all doesn't matter because they're really not able to apply pressure onto this point. We have a break it down, drop the beat made by Lucio with a May ult coming down from our side and keep them away. The Doomfist is jumping back in, but opting to run away into the tunnel. And I think they're
once again, that was a textbook. That was a textbook UMW play. We had the window up top to move all the enemy team around, so they were split. And then we pushed onto point from the high ground, and then the team had to come to us. So once they came to us, it was easier to kill that Doom, which is why we were able to get that point. And then we still have the Lucio beat, and we still have Ramel coming up. That was pretty textbook, but their Dragon Blade, their Nano Blade does get a pick on us.
Zakaria is opting for the high ground, trying to apply pressure, but unfortunately they were able to
14 meters from that point. That is so unfortunate. That is so very unfortunate, but that's okay.
They're just going to have to barely, like, you know, fling a booger at it, and it's going to be onto the next
That Ramel could get them off that point. That's good they saved it. They did use beat there in that last fight, which wasn't a great play, but that's all right. We still have the Ramel. But like I said before, that window was a textbook play to get them off the point, so they had to come to us. So maybe we'll see something like that here with the Ramel. We did use the Ramel solo once to get a whole team, so we'll be able to do it again. Pinsky, he's the man with the plan. He does use the Ramel here.
With the Ramel, but unfortunately the Doomfist is able to get a pick onto our DPS, but able to get a pick onto their enemy Sojourn. Lucio and Ana trying to keep Pinsky alive, keeping them off the point, and be very successfully doing so. Unfortunately, the Doomfist is able to come back, and you know,
our backline just got picked too early in that fight.
This is a very interesting pick. We have Docking Bay on Moira.
Interesting. I think this is just a last-ditch effort to get to the point in the 8 seconds they have left. I don't believe this is any sort of pre-render comp, but this could work. We got Zacharias on the right trying to distract.
We have swapping to Sombra, you know, trying to get for the hack. We have a slam going down.
Oh, we get a pick. We get a pick on their Ana.
And we're able to apply pressure onto that point. Are they able to
Lucio
get
is very low. We get a pick on the Lucio.
Are they able to get
both their supports are down, but both our supports are down as well. Oh, we know we still have Lucio.
With the battle of attrition, are they able to get the enemy Sojourn?
Oh, he had to reload.
Unfortunately, reloading, trying to run around, you know, not getting hit, but unfortunately, not able to get that last initial push.
It was such a close fight.
And round 2 goes to Mount St. Mary University.
That was a very good game, though. That was a very good game. It was very even. While we didn't get to the last point, it was very good. We were able to take some very good fights. It was very textbook UMW. This is a first game, and I think we're seeing some incredible team comps and team pushes here off these ultimates and whatnot. Yeah. I think this is a very good first game for them.
Let me just say, like, compared to last season, you know, this team is doing much better as a team. They're able to play much more. Their ult synergies are nice. They're not just like going in, ulting, and then, you know, dying, coming back, ulting. You know, they're using like, okay, if I use this ult, if I'm going to use, you know, the Nemesis form, I'm also going to use that May ultimate, you know, the Blizzard, and, you know, keep them CC'd and then just,
that poke damage, you know, it stacks. It does a lot of damage, and especially with that freeze, it stops them in place. But that was a very good Kings Row game for Mary Washington. And usually in the past, not a great map for us, but I think we played it very well. Even though we did not win it, we did play it very well. Very well played by Mary Washington on that one.
Played. Now, see Cheddar Queso going in with the Slay Eagles. I would say, dude.
I agree. Very slay. Very slay. It was a very slay game.
It was. You know, Cheddar Queso. I've never actually had Cheddar queso. You know, I like queso, but I feel like with
cheddar queso, I'm not a queso connoisseur, if you will. What is queso? So, okay, this is probably silly me. What kind of cheese is queso? Is it like its own cheese, like queso? Is it queso cheese? Or is it like...
I mean, I'm not the biggest, like, you know, I guess queso is traditionally a Mexican, like, cheese sauce, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
And, like, I've only been to a couple of Mexican places, but I do believe that queso is its own cheese.
All right, so cheddar queso is its, like, own queso cheese. It's, like, its own subsection of queso cheese, which is also cheese. A very interesting cheese lore coming out between these games. But we will.
What's your favorite cheese?
What's my favorite cheese? Cheddar. Definitely cheddar.
I'm a
sharp
cheddar. Pepper Jack connoisseur.
Pepper Jack's very good too.
Pepper Jack Prodigy.
Pepper Jack Prodigy. The alliteration is great there.
Yeah, I think the PPP.
The PPP. I like my Pepper Jack on my Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Oh yes,
those spicy sandwiches.
Spicy chicken deluxe sandwiches.
Sound very good right now.
Magnificent. You know, actually, do you know where we're located right now?
Where are we located?
We are located in a pizza parlor, if I do.
Really?
A pizza restaurant. Yes.
Oh wait, yeah, we're in the oh goodness, the Midtown the Midtown little bar area.
Yes,
Is that what it
sir.
is? Yes, that's very cool.
Do you like pizza?
I love pizza. I don't think if I could have one food for the rest of my life, it would be pizza.
It would be pizza.
Yes, it would be pizza.
What's your like go-to pizza? Tell me
Oh,
like your
man.
pizza order from anywhere.
Oh, anywhere. Okay, so my dad lives in the West, and there's some amazing pizza places in the West. And one place that's close by where he lives is called Milo and Olive. And let me tell you, you will never have better pizza than at Milo and Olive in LA. If you're ever in the LA area, look up Milo and Olive and go there and get some pizza. It will not disappoint you. But we're going to jump into New Junk City.
Oh, now this is fun. This is, I think, the first Flashpoint game mode that we've played in the competitive season, because last collegiate season,
Flashpoint was not active?
Flashpoint was not active because I think it was just too new of a mode. However, with like the addition of the new semester, they probably updated the rules and allowed Flashpoint into the mode. Into like the general map pool, I should say.
Right. They're very interesting. New Junk City, one of those Flashpoint maps. I remember, when I was on the team, I think we scrimmed Flashpoint's maps. We never played it in real games, I think. I might be misremembering, but this could be our first Flashpoint run in New Junk City. We definitely played this map in scrims on the other ones, but we will see how it goes for us in these competitive games. Here, we brought the Junker Queen. We are all running that brawl comp with Reaper, so this is perfect for this map. Yes,
so now it looks like we have Pinsky coming in with a shout, and got Zeus waiting for the speed boost until that shout ends and able to speed them onto point. Now it looks like they're running the Doomfist again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. We get a pick on their Sojourn. The headshot from that Kiri. Did you know that Kiri headshot does more damage than a Genji blade?
I do. It's 120?
120. It's a very high number for a support. Supports are very overtuned in this game, but that's okay because it's in our favor, because Docking Bay on the Kiriko is a monster. You do not want to be in his crosshair. You do not want to be in his crosshair when he is holding down that left click. We're able to get the point here, which is great because Flashpoint charges very quickly.
And so now, how Flashpoint works, it's kind of like Control Point. You have to capture like a point and then hold it down for not as long as a normal Control Point. Once you capture it, a new point appears on the map.
Right.
You have to capture that one again, and first to 3 of 5, I believe.
Right.
First to cap 3 points wins the round.
Right. We are running that Sojourn, so we do get that area denial with that E, as you see Zacharias just use it there. Doom is on point, though, trying to split us off, but it's not going to work because UMW has learned from it, but we do get a pick from the Doomfist on there, but Pinsky does get a pick on their May, so we are even. Their Doom is trying to split us, and it's working, but it's okay because we are learning. We do get the pick on the Doom. We do have our tank still up. This is a winnable fight by Mary Washington. Just their supports
left. The
left.
enemy team is capping the point right now. Are they able to cap? It looks like Reaper was able to top onto the point. Stop that from capping.
And frankly, it's not even about the point right now. It's just about cleaning up those supports. And as long as we get that, we do win this fight. So even if we do lose a couple percentage there, but we are able to keep the point and win that fight. That was great by Mary Washington.
Amazing. And with those people running away, the stagger on the enemy team was just like too great. It looks like that Tracer trying to
no Tracer ult for you.
But it's like, no, I'm going to turn into Mr. Wraith form and able to just jump away from that bomb.
Right.
Looks like the Doomfist is ulting onto the point, but we have a Kiri ult coming out and a Lucio beat from the enemy team. We have a Junkertown ult. The Junkertown ult, baby. Able to get a pick on their Lucio. It looks like we have a Death Blossom coming in. It is Mr.
No, we do not need it. We get the point. I don't know if that's a C9 or not, but I believe it was because they were close to it, but it doesn't matter because we do get the point there. Good play by Mary Mount, but we do get the point with that first.
And the Doomfist running away. That was a very impressive rollout made by that Doomfist.
That was very cool.
He with a sliver of life.
That is a GM Doomfist.
That is a GM Doomfist right there. Mr. Brooks99 himself subscribing.
Thank you for
the
so 1 month.
And the follow too.
We really appreciate all the follows and support you guys are giving us on the stream. This is amazing.
This is awesome.
All right, we are on that second point. I don't know if each point has its own name. They do have their own names, but they only really say it in the chat. But we are getting there. The enemy did use Kiri ult. Will we counter with our Kiri? We do not have it. It's all right though. We do lose.
We have a pick onto the Kiriko.
Oh, but we are up
to the Soldier. We are up. We are winning this point. And looks like the Doomfist, trying to get onto that point.
The Dukes boops him away from Zacharias, saves him in that last moment. Doomfist is low with the pick. Oh, look at that.
Amazing headshot made by Zacharias.
What an incredible flick.
That's my roommate.
I forgot you guys are roommates. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know,
That was great. This is amazing. This is awesome. Mary Washington is playing this amazingly. We're not using too many ults. We're keeping together. That Doom is not splitting us. It's working out very well for Faber.
I think this Reaper pick made by Sneaky Squid is absolutely amazing.
We are playing this brawl
just,
comp amazingly.
If Doomfist has to get in like in the spitting distance, the Reaper is like that's his home.
Massive damage. Even on a Doomfist, who can block all that? They did switch to Junker Queen though. They saw the Doom wasn't working. They swapped. But even so, Reaper can still put out massive damage if that crosshair is put right on the Junker Queen. We got Junker Queen split here. Oh, he's very low.
We have
the Maywall to save the Junker
down.
Queen.
Looks like we're biting for this point, biting for this area. Make sure that they are not going through that doorway. It looks like they swapped tanks to a Junker Queen.
Right.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, they did.
And Pinty able to live away, shouting for
Junker
that
Queen is
extra
very
help.
low on the other team. They do the wall though to save, so no more Maywall. They keep having to save the Junker Queen. We just need to buy time here, 10 more %. I don't think Marymount's gonna make it.
It looks like we had an ultimate going down from Zakari.
They don't make it. We got the second point.
And it's on to the third point. Now we are up 2 points. Now the next one can decide this round and see if we're going into a fourth game.
This would be very interesting. Mary Washington down 2, but could bring it back with this Flashpoint game. Very exciting. Never thought Flashpoint, you know, a fairly new mode, would play so well for our team comp. This brawl comp of ours works well on Control Point and Hybrid, but Junker on Flashpoint, very good comp.
So it looks like Mr. Cheddar Queso is kind of freaking out about how
What are those emotes? Those are very interesting emotes.
Is that like the plank from what's that? Ed and Eddie?
Maybe. I have not seen it at Eddie. I knew it was on when I was younger, but I never watched it. I'm
Pepper
not
Jack
cultured.
Cheese Superior coming out from Retros. He knows
He knows what's up.
He knows it. He knows the cheese meta.
This is very smart from Gazooks, choosing not to push on that point, even though we do have a good amount of percentage almost to cap it. Choosing to back up and play with the team here.
That was an amazing boot made by
Gazooks there, but they do get 2 picks off it because their Sojourn does use their ult as well. Do get a pick onto their Sojourn, but the fight is lost. But that's all right. Their Junker Queen and their Sojourn ulted, and we did not use any ults there. So we have 2 ults, about half to both support ults. So we're looking good. I think we're looking good. They do. But the other team does have 2 support ults, which are very strong. Support ults are the strongest ults in the game. But I do believe this is a winnable fight for us. Even
very
with 2
good.
ults.
We're just going to have to regroup, you know, kind of analyze what they've been doing, and then just I think
speed
they need to find some person,
Yep.
get them, get a pick, and then keep going in.
Right.
And say keeping that tempo up.
And you pick them off.
So, now, I will say that Junker Queen ult is probably one of the strongest ults in the game. That's why it's one of the most expensive and hardest to get.
Oh, we get the wall.
Excuse me.
Wall off from their man, but it doesn't matter because Sneaky Squid with the 2K Reaper ult, that was insane. Even though their May walled off Pinsky, it doesn't matter because Peaky Squid came in and was like, I'm gonna
Peaky
save
Squid.
you. Sneaky Squid, what did I say?
I think you said Peaky Squid.
Peaky Squid, the Peaky Squid peeked through that May wall and saved Pinsky in that last-ditch effort. Pinsky might have died there, but luckily Sneaky Squid was there to save him. That was incredible.
Cheddar Queso coming in with a subscription with that Prime. Thank you so much.
So many subscriptions and primes tonight. Very appreciated from the Mary Washington Esports channel. Any primers? Any primers in chat?
Primers
Plenty of primers.
Looks like we've got Katsune Rush coming in from the enemy team.
Gazooks does get picked there. Oh, we'd lose both supports. This is most likely a losing fight here.
Looks like we're going to be just like falling back, you know, to trying to get away from the enemy team, you know, let them capture that point. I do think they're going to keep this point for them at 90%. And it looks like Pinsky was not able to run away, but
that's all right. We are still up 1 point for them. Unfortunately, Darkin Bay did use Kitsune Rush on that fight. I don't think he had enough time to tell that it was a losing fight. He probably used it in the heat of the moment. But we don't have Curiel for this next fight, but that's all right.
I don't know.
You should sign up for the acapella group.
No.
Mary Washington. Why
Denied. I'm not a singer, you know. I'm a caster at heart.
But Cheddar Queso with the 787. Let's go UMW. Let's go.
Let's go UMW. We have a Junker Queen all coming out from Pinsky, able to get like I think 3 of them, but there was a cleanse going through.
Big cleanse and Lucio.
We have another Junker Queen all coming from
counter
the
Junker Queen ult.
And unfortunately,
it's pretty even right now. No picks on either side. That May is very low. The split. Gazooks does get picked first again. But Zakari is coming out with the overclock.
Able to hit 2 people with that ultimate. Are they able to get a pick onto the May or onto the Sojourn? It looks like, unfortunately, not. But, come on. He's right there. He's right there. Able to win. Unfortunately, he's not able to win. That
Sojourn strafing was very good. It's all right, though. It's only 20% on the enemy team side. Still a very winnable game here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, what do you think UMW needs to do to take control of this point?
I think that the Junker Queen switch has definitely messed them up. They definitely were relying very much so on that Doom pick. So what I think they need to be doing is, they don't have May anymore, but I think they need to be initiating more with the Junker Queen for Pinsky. Junker Queen needs to be walking in more on our side, and Sneaky Squid on the Reaper needs to be dishing out that damage, so their Junker Queen has to pull back. But we do get a pick though on their Sojourn, but their Junker Queen picks off Gadzooks and picks off Pinsky.
Looks like two of our supports, our team.
Oh, we do get a pick. I think it's even though. We do get Kitsune Rush. This is a very winnable fight.
I think we have a Death Blossom about to come out from Mr. Sneaky Squid himself. Is able to stay alive. Are they going to be able to get a pick?
They need to cap this point. They need to cap this point.
Docking banks are coming. It looks like.
Oh, he just missed it. That one frame. He needed one more frame to initiate that ult. But even if he had, I don't think he would have been able to do it. But Zacharias does get a pick on the Lucio.
The Gadzooks taking for a while.
Oh, but they do use Kitsune Rush to secure this point.
Unfortunately, I do not believe that we're able to get this point. It is now 2-2. This is a very
close game. I do think that Sneaky Squid holding, not being able to use that is actually a good thing. That might have been a saving grace. But Pinsky does get walled there.
But that's all right. It's new point. You know, everyone's just kind of like regrouping. And I have to agree. You know, even though he's about to use that ultimate, I do not think he was able to get enough value out of it.
I think he would have died pretty much right after it started. So I'm glad that the game actually threw him a bone and let him save his ult for that one. So we might be able to use it to engage here. It's just about Mary Washington finding that space. It seems they're just being held out by their Junker Queen. They're just too scared. They need to have the confidence to go in, and Pinsky needs to be taking charge of that, along with Sneaky Squid.
As the IGL, he needs to be making those call-outs.
Right, he gets walled again. They should be seeing this coming. It looks like he able to save. We don't have Suzu anymore.
It looks like they're able to keep Pinsky alive. It looks like we're coming out onto the Junker Queen ultimate, but it looks like their JQ ults first, trying to get a pick onto Zacharias and a pick onto Docking Bay. It looks like the JQ was able to get all of our supports and most of our damage, and it looks like Pinsky opts to, you know, succumb to the enemy team, you know, just get that reset, and Sneaky Squid's, like, you know, teleporting back to make sure that he's not giving ult charge to the enemy team, to Mount St. Mary.
Right, so it's okay though, because they only got 20% off that. They needed that ult to secure that win, which is, I think, a good sign of what Mary Washington needs to do. They need to put that fear into the other team by pushing up and making more space. I think they're playing way too passively right now, but that's all right, because they are going to opt to take a different angle. They're not going to go through that room anymore this time, looks like, which is a very good call for them. They have a lot more open area to play with here. Pinsky looks like he was running into that Junker Queen space, giving him a big smooch.
A 5-person ultimate made by Pinsky. Are they able to get a pick onto anyone? Unfortunately, not.
Zacharias does get a pick though.
On one person, is he able to get a pick onto someone else? Unfortunately not. They
need to reset here and push in. This is their last fight. They need to reset and push immediately. They have about 10 seconds left, or 15 seconds to get to that point. It looks like they'll be able to though.
With that Lucio speed boost, it looks like Gadget's opting to like run forward to make sure that he can touch that point.
He will be able to touch here, but he does get picked.
He was not able to touch, but we were able to touch. We have
the Curio. We have the Curio. We got a pick. It's even. This is still a very winnable fight for Mary Washington. We got a pick. We are up one.
We're up one. We get a revenge kill.
Junker Queen is low. They should finish. They should push off this. They have the point.
And it looks like they were able to hold this point.
Incredible play by Mary Washington.
They're able to get a pick onto the Junker Queen and push them off that point.
Let's go.
Let's go, UMW.
Let's go, UMW.
Sweep time. Yes, sir.
Brassy says, it's time in chat.
It's time.
It is time.
Shout out to Drew.
That is an incredible, incredible play. Yeah, Rocket League Drew.
I love Drew. I catched him with last night. He called me a cue ball.
Oh, that's...
Do you know what that means?
I have heard that. It's they used it in the Attack on Titan dub. Don't ask me how I know that. But they are the enemy team is ult-upping us. They have used Kiri and Mail, and they do get 2 picks on us there.
But that's all right. That's all right. We have Reaper, you know, applying pressure onto that point, but they were able,
unfortunately,
to get a pick onto the Reaper.
They do ult-dump us, but an incredible flick from Zacharias on that Kiri, but it's just not enough because we are just down too many players.
And it looks like they're able to get a pick onto Zacharias.
We did not get enough
be able to touch.
Will he be able to do it again? Unfortunately, no. And that's
it. Looks
it.
like Mount St. Mary was able to take away that round, leading to the conclusion of this bout. They were able to win 3 maps to our 0.
Right.
But that's all right.
That is perfectly fine. This was our first game, and I think for the team that we were playing, I think we did extremely well.
We were definitely scrimming up.
Really well. We
playing up.
We were playing up, and which basically means we were playing against a team that was a lot better than us, and we did very well. I think we did those first 2 maps amazingly. When they switched that Junker Queen, we just didn't get the confidence. We needed to get that confidence back to push, and we were just not able to. But that's all right. We played this amazingly. The team should be very proud of themselves. That was an amazing game.
They really should be.
That was an amazing game.
With like new members on the team, it happened with Rocket League yesterday. There's new members on the team. Just really trying to figure out how each person slots into the puzzle.
Right.
How like each member of the team interacts with the other member.
Docking Bay is kind of fine, not gonna lie. I
have to agree.
I agree.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Quite handsome lad.
He was a very handsome lad. He didn't hear it from me. Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Well, it was a very good bout. And
it was a very enjoyable one. I enjoyed watching that the whole time.
So I think, before we end this stream, hop off for the night, I think we should give a thanks and a shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah, I think you should go take that.
Sporting Next Level, taking our gamers to the next level. Again, we're very appreciative that they're supporting the University of Mary Washington team's program, allowing us to do the things that we could do today. Us being here is thanks to their donations. And alongside Sporting Next Level, Colonial Insurance and Medicine Associates. Alex,
you a little sick there? You need
I'm
to.
feeling a little sick.
Oh,
where should I go?
You should go to Colonial Internal Medicine Associates. They'll take care of you. They're amazing. They're an amazing organization.
Finally, for the biggest announcements of the law, we have the Fred Nats, a local minor league baseball team in the Fredericksburg area, and they will be hosting a high school Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Showcase.
Wow, that's
on
awesome.
March 2nd, you can see the
that's really cool.
University of Mary Washington up there, playing some games with our local high schoolers. We're very appreciative that they're going to be hosting and partnering us with this event.
That's very
cool. And with that, I think will be the end.
That's it. That's it.
You did an amazing job.
Thank you. This was so much fun. This was so much fun. I had so much fun. It was so funny. It was like 2 days ago. I was like, I wish I could cast for Overwatch, but they're like, oh, we already got people. I'm like, all right, maybe next semester. And I got my chance tonight. And maybe the one and only, but it was awesome. I have so much fun. I wish I could do this every night. I'm serious. This is so much fun. Night? I envy people who cast. I watch Apex streams. I watch Overwatch streams. I have the casting sounds so much fun, and this was so much fun. This was awesome. I appreciate you having me on. As the guest.
Thank you for coming. Anyways, thank you for everyone else at home for joining us and tuning in, supporting the University of Mary Washington Overwatch team, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, for the next Overwatch match.
Sean Gingerman Price and Mr. Alex
Shadow
signing off.
Signing off.
Take care, guys.